You know what I was thinking the other day? I can't wait until I can sleep in my cabin. I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this cabin, and I have yet to enjoy a good night of sleep in there. Why not? Well, maybe because it's under construction and an absolute disaster, but tonight is going to be my first ever night sleeping inside of the cabin. It might feel weird and maybe be a little bit confusing on how I'm going to make it happen, but hold on. I think it's going to be just fine. If you didn't know, I normally sleep in my tent, and then most recently I just moved right back into my truck, and that is where I sleep when I'm at the cabin. It's not a bad setup, but of course it could be better and more ideal. Say hello! Hi everybody. I'm no longer a puppy. Look how freaking massive she is! Currently, this room is mostly being worked on as of recently, but as you can tell, it is beautifully cleaned. Spotless floor. If I embarrassingly show you this way. Okay, so yeah, this side of the cabin, disaster. This side, beautiful. Yeah, so as you can tell, I'm not sleeping in there. We're going to be sleeping in here, and I have a game plan of how it's going to work. I just want to sleep in my cabin, you know? I've worked so hard, so much time, money, energy. It's like, why can't I just sleep in here? Who's stopping me? Who makes the rules of where I can have a slumber party? No one on my own property, so. All right, let's go. You ready, girl? Step number 1 to making the cabin somewhat sleepable. This bad boy. Okay. This should work well. Right? What's the difference of being in the tent or the truck? I just throw my cot in and out of here. Alright? I need some blankets, a pillow, a few other little things here and there to make it comfortable. I mean, I've spent hundreds of nights on this cot right here. All I'm doing is just taking it from one area and moving it to the next. Huh? The thought process is there, I swear. Alright, I'm gonna grab some pillows and blankets. You know how I'm always thinking about what would happen if the power cuts out, whether it's up at the cabin in Maine or here in Massachusetts? Well, this thing right here, the Jackery HomePower 3600 Plus, is basically the backup plan that actually makes sense for people who not only live off the beaten path, but even if you lived in a city. And not to mention, currently, there is a nor'eastern storm in Maine and pretty much all of New England. So now more than ever, with the storm being present as I'm filming this, it is so important that if the power goes out, I'm good and safe. The Jackery HomePower 3600 Plus is designed specifically for modern households of 3 to 6 people, combining power and portability in one complete home backup package. Jackery's essential home backup solution powers your home essentials, all the devices during an outage. This setup can power a family of 3's fridge for up to 14 days. Or for pretty much everything else that I would need if the grid were to go down. 3,600 watts, 3,584 watt hours, expandable up to 21 kilowatt hours. And for my fellow cold weather climate people, me, this thing still performs strong at -4, which honestly matters when you live somewhere like northern Maine or just somewhere where it gets that cold. It's built with next-gen heat-resistant ceramic membrane, battery cells, and delivers over 10 years of durability. 6,000 plus cycles delivers over 10 years of durability. Even with daily use, the battery still remains 70% capacity after 10 years. It's also the world's smallest and lightest 3.6 kilowatt hour portable power station, so it can haul it from outside, inside, outside, inside, and not feel like I'm lugging around heavy gym equipment or something. You can hook it up to Jackery's 500x solar panel for fast solo charging, 25% solar efficiency that delivers a full charge in about 4 hours, even in bad weather. They're also waterproof and wind resistant, which is huge if you're setting up outdoors. Stay worry-free with fast solar charging that keeps you powered up at all times. Built-in surge protections that withstands voltage spikes, up to 200V, which helps with no short circuits or fire hazards. You can power up to 9 devices at the same time, including a fridge, coffee machine, Starlink, and RV connection, and so much more. There's also a tax credit that is really worth mentioning. This qualifies for up to 30% off of federal battery tax credit, which is under the residential clean energy credit, which is massive. With this Jackery HomePower 3600 Plus, you betcha this nor'eastern and all the nor'eastern storms to come, I will be safe and good and always have backup power, which is a huge ease of mind. If you guys are interested in checking out Jackery, look no further. They are the real deal. I highly recommend checking them out. They'll be linked down below. Make sure to go check out all the deals that they always have going on. Thank you so much to Jackery for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Now let's get back to the cabin. Okay. No, yeah, I'll sleep on the dog bed tonight, actually. We have a few hours before the sun goes down. I say that we get things ready for dinner, to start making dinner, and then I'll show you guys where I think Nova will sleep tonight. It's either going to be with me or my backup plan. We got to have a kitchen set up. This will be our kitchen table, and this is what we'll be cooking dinner on. It's an electric griddle. Nova's actually outside eating dinner herself. She's so funny. Pup always eats first. Let me just move on past my drywall lift. Look at her. She likes to eat next to the truck. I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, I wonder where dinner is. New fridge. You just can't even make that up. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. We are gonna make some burgers. Salt. Cayenne pepper. And of course, some adobo. And then you just mix it all together. Well, if you can't tell, we are going to be making burgers tonight, which super exciting. I love burgers. This is the first time I'm ever cooking dinner inside the cabin. I've only made coffee and breakfast in the cabin. When I make dinner and even lunch, it's usually on the fire. So, with that being said, let's just say dessert is gonna be the best part. Just wait until you see what I have planned for dessert. It's been sitting in my truck for probably about a week now. Sounds worse than it is. I don't know, this feels really fancy, so I bought it. And I've been using it, and it's pretty dang good. Spray your surface. It is already really hot. Uh-oh. Maybe too hot. We're going with 2 patties. One I'll definitely eat tonight, and then maybe another for tomorrow. ASMR. Look at that flip. Beautiful. I'm toasting my buns. Okay? And we have to melt the cheese. If you didn't know, because you're new, I have a dairy allergy, which really sucks. But they have a new dairy-free cheese flavor. It's called Chipotle Cheddar. I had it yesterday for breakfast with my eggs. It is very good. And that's the cheese we're going to use on our burgers. And the only way to really melt dairy-free cheese is just straight on the griddle. And then you take your bun and you set it on top. And that's how you get perfectly melted dairy-free cheese every time. It's a skill. Guys, this is so cute. My first ever dinner in the cabin, and I get to share it with you guys. It's burgers. Nova's here. The fireplace is on. It's cold out. It's giving very fall vibes, if you will. Hot. That is hot. The first ever meal in the cabin. Look at that. Dairy-free cheeseburger. What's more Becca than that, you know? We're going to do a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of mustard. And sometimes I like to add mayo, but I don't have any. Or do I? I don't feel like looking. How does that look? Don't even lie to me. It looks beautiful. We're so close, yet so far when it comes to the cabin. We've just made so many insane improvements. Like the fact that I can even sleep in here now, and that, you know, all the stuff that was living in here prior, like mice and raccoons, carpenter ants, spiders, you name it, everything lived in here. Mother Nature kind of just took over. I'm going to give this an 8.7 out of 10 for what it is, the ingredients that we have, the materials in front of us. That's a pretty dang good burger. Nova, sit. I don't have anything for you. Do you want a piece of my bun? I'm going to sit here, finish eating my burger, get a few things ready. Let's just say I have a few ideas on how to make this a very cozy first night, and I feel like this whole episode I'm just going to sit here and say I'm so excited because I'm just so excited. There's no other words. Well, I'm not sleeping in the truck, so I'm going to close up the truck. I'm going to throw on a jacket as well. It is going to be the low tonight. I think it said 32, which is not bad, obviously, but a little bit of a culture shock, you know. First real cold of the season really gets ya, and I'm feeling it right now. It's a scary thought knowing how fast winter is approaching, but also weirdly a calming feeling at the same time. Like, I know I've put my best foot forward, getting ready as best as I could for winter, but she's almost here. We basically skipped fall. This is like the worst fall foliage that New England has seen in a very long time. So the fall beautiful tree colors aren't really happening much this season. It's still there, just not much. We only have a little bit before the sun goes down, which means we need to tire Nova out. Welcome to my nightly routine. Not every night, but almost every night. I gotta find her one of her balls. That really does it for her. This is Nova's one of her at least top 2 favorite balls because it's peanut butter scented. Yeah. It smells like dirt and peanut butter now. Go figure. Nova. Ready? Go get it. I'm not trying to throw it hard. We did the DNA kit, if you didn't know. Nova has golden retriever in her, and she's so good at fetch. Go get it. She does this little bunny hop right before she gets to the ball. Come here. Nova, ready? Show them how crazy you are. Ready? Good girl, mamas. Yes. Sit. Good girl. Ready? Go get it. You're like uncoordinated. Can you see my breath? No, you can't. Not yet. We'll try again and like right before the sun goes down, or when the sun goes down. It'll be the first time this season I can see my breath. I know it's gonna happen. Okay, I just grabbed the top secret dessert from my truck. And I also forgot I bought something, and I'm excited to put it together. So we got some stuff to do. Come on, Nova Jane. There's a few like little luxuries that I've been dying to have at the cabin. And now that I have a fridge, no, there's no ice maker in the freezer, but I can make my own ice cubes, and I can finally have ice at the cabin, which Yeah, I know it's winter, but I really like iced coffee. To be honest with you, I've been drinking hot coffee for so long now that maybe I won't even want iced coffee anymore. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm so used to my hot coffee. But hey, we'll see. I'm gonna go make some ice. Never thought I'd say that at the cabin, but here we are. Okay, here we go. I got my little water jug. This could get messy. Good execution, good execution. Nope. Oh, I'm spilling. There has to be a better way to do this. Good enough. Good enough. Don't spill. Don't spill. There we go. Oops. It was my first time. I'll get better. I'll get better. Just a couple droplets. Didn't spill uh, that much. It could have been worse. The seat is so much lower than I thought. When I sat down, I thought I was going to stop, like, right here. It's dessert time. We're making cookies in honor of Halloween. And I'm going to decorate them. Wow. That's a lot. Okay. The goal is to do 2 cookies. I'm going to recreate this one and then this one right here. Those are the 2 that I'm going to be attempting. Ho ho ho! Wait. That's wrong holiday. Sorry. I'm actually so nervous. Here goes nothing. No. No, but you're killing my vibe. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay. I still have time to save this one. Let's start with the good. The good one. I think that's a good build up for this one. I wanted to copy that one. And here is mine. It's not great, but it's not bad. Okay? Not bad. I'm actually somewhat impressed with that one. Next up, I wanted to copy that one right there. Okay. I think I will keep searching for new talents in my life. We have discovered this is not a talent of mine. I fear we can only go up from here, though. So that's incredible. The sad part is I can't even eat these cookies because these cookies contain dairy. I literally made them for the sport of it. Wow, did it get dark pretty fast? That was a weird noise. Did you hear that? Nova heard it. Look at her. My little guard dog. Good. Good girl. I think Nova made her decision on where she's gonna sleep. I also moved the bed closer to the fireplace because it's aesthetic, okay? Gosh. Any good Netflix shows, please let me know. I didn't have like any streaming services, Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, any of them for about 4 years. And when I recently hurt my foot, I got Netflix again, and I'm like a little bit behind on everything. So if there's been like anything really good the past few years, please let me know. Are you happy to be sleeping in the cabin? Why are you nibbling at me? Ah, no bite. No bite. Okay. You guys make her nervous. No. Not a toy. Tonight has been like a lot of fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I'm excited to get a good night of sleep and officially have my first overnight in the cabin. If all goes as planned, I will be here to see you guys in the morning. So until then, Nova and I are gonna go to bed, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Oh, wow. It's cold. Oh, you want to go in? Sure. Well, good morning. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see my breath. I feel like the camera's not picking that up, but I swear I can see my breath this morning. Oh, it's cold. I'm going back in. I'm going back in. Nova, it's the coldest morning of your life. How do you feel, bubbies? I just realized that. She's never been in something so cold before. She doesn't care. She likes it, so that's cool. Well, I stayed warm. I put on the heated blanket too. And it was maybe a little too hot with the heated blanket on, but it was still good. Like, really good. It's weird spending so much time at the cabin, but not realizing little things like what it feels like at night in here, and like the sounds of it was windy last night, and just to be in pure silence, no power tools going. Nova's dead asleep as well. Like, just being able to be in pure silence at night inside the cabin was it was weird. Like, I was so cool though. Like, it felt homey, but it definitely obviously needs some upgrades to feel like fully homey, but it's getting there. I can tell you that. Like, it just felt good. Feels weird. Like, trying to explain to you guys, like, something as simple as how the wind was howling last night is something I've never heard before inside the cabin at night. And it was just, I don't know, hearing it was just cool. I don't know. First time, a little nervous. What can I say? Well, getting my life together this morning. The sun is finally pretty much almost up, I'd say. But I'm used to waking up this early. If you didn't know, Nova is a strict like 5:30, 5:45 waker upper, and I'm used to it at this point. To be fair, I'm the one that like put that schedule into her, so I can't really be mad. It's kind of my own problem. I'm the reason why that happened. But this morning I need to be up early because a lot of exciting things are happening within the next, just soon, for the cabin, and I gotta run into town and get a lot of prep material going, which means I need to take down the truck camper, which is never fun in the morning because I have to touch a lot of metal and then my hands get really cold. Try doing that in like negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. One time I did that and I thought that my finger got stuck to the metal claps on my truck camper. So now every time I close up my truck when it's really cold, I just pray a little bit. I'm scared. Here's a prime example of why I'm very excited for the day that I can sleep inside the cabin. So every single time I leave the cabin, I don't have to do this. Now, don't get me wrong, I've probably done that a million times, and I'm kind of used to it at this point, but it would be kind of nice to not have to do it every single time I want to leave, you know? And then that's also just like one step of it. I gotta lock every single corner up. 2, 4, 6 clamps. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Last but not least, number 6. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's a luxury to be able to just get up and go into your vehicle and drive off, you know? And a luxury I wish I had. At least sometimes to have the option to do that and that. I would say the tent, but the tent, yeah, Nova didn't behave well in the tent. So it's either the truck and or the cabin. Those are the sleeping quarters as of right now. Nova lost tent privileges. Pretty hardcore. I've turned to be more confined when I'm at the cabin. Like, I don't even go out and explore Maine anymore. And that sucks. Because I don't want to break down camp and then set it back up. And just feels like a lot. So I don't do it as much as I should. I just confine myself to the cabin. And I'd like to be able to do a project and then go out and fish and go sightseeing in the woods. And there's so many beautiful things in Maine that I'd love to do. But I keep saying, I'm too tired after a long day and not wanting to pop down the truck camper and then knowing that when I get back, I have to set it all back up. So, yeah, pros and cons to the truck camper setup, I will say. But, anyways, hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight of why I'm so excited for the time to come when I can sleep in the cabin. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be so much more comfortable, and my truck bed is 8 feet. The cabin is definitely bigger than 8 feet, I can promise you that. So, it would be more space and just so much more comfortable. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. That was a really nice, like, little introduction for me, you know, to see how it feels to be in the cabin. It feels great. That was a tease, and I cannot wait. I'm putting my foot down. We are going to finish some crazy projects soon, and I'm very excited. Before we know it, you and I'll be in there sleeping, and I'm excited. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and coming along with me on this little slumber party, if you will. I have to go into town and get some pretty exciting stuff. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you beautiful people on the next one.